Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the numerology and the energy for the new moon that's occurring on July 28th, 2022. First, we're going to take a look at the collective energy, which of course we are all a part of, and we will feel that energy. And then I'm going to break it down into each life path number. So this, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below, and I would love to work with you. All right, so I want to sort of focus on the illumination of the 1 and the 5. So collectively, those are influences that we'll be feeling the most pronounced. With the 1 energy, we are getting the invitation to be more assertive, not more aggressive, more assertive in going after what we want. There's a fire that's being lit beneath us to motivate us into action and not allowing fears of failure or not fitting in or whatever story we tell ourselves why we can't do something that's keeping us from achieving our goals and building towards our dreams. So this energy helps us to find our courage and our confidence to speak up and share our ideas and gifts, no matter how unconventional or misunderstood they may be. So with 1 energy, the idea or vision arrives, we take action to create that vision, and then we present the final product. If we try to get people to understand ahead of time, something new, something unique, we're sort of wasting our energy and resources trying to do that. Create it and then show people its magnificence. 1 energy doesn't wait for the acceptance or the approval. It makes things happen with or without approval from others. The key with this energy is to have a controlled burn. So big starts are great, but if you are building something, you need endurance, right? And sometimes 1 energy can be like that fire that's just combustible, and once it starts, it just spreads. And so it's really important for those of us feeling that energy, and especially if you're a life path 1, to sort of find ways to work with that energy so that it's not just burning up everything that you're touching or trying to work towards, right? Because you need the endurance. So pace yourself with this energy. Pay attention to the details and be really mindful of what you burn as you blaze this new trail. So with this 1 energy, think of new starts, independence, autonomy, big risks. This is a great time to take big risks. If with or without high stakes, right? I mean, you have to do what's best for you in your circumstances. I'm not advising you what to do, but the energy is supportive for taking those big risks, especially if it's something that keeps coming in for you and keeps like calling to you to take action on, right? This is a beautiful energy for that and for going for it. So this is also great energy for, think of like an unconventional approach. So finding a solution to something that hasn't been found before, right? And a lot of times the way to find a new solution is to think outside the box, is to think unconventionally. And so this energy, especially coupled with the 5 energy, is really promoting unconventional thinking and taking a new approach to something that we have been maybe gotten stagnant on how we've been approaching it or what we've been doing or whatever the case may be. But this is going to give us that motivation and that passion to, again, pick things back up, take an unconventional approach, see things differently, and maybe, again, approach things a little bit differently. Passion, perseverance, and perseverance against the odds is really highlighted with 1 energy. So you've got everything that you need as far as the supportive energy behind you to go after whatever it is that you've been wanting to go after and create whatever it is that you wanted to create, right? And so with such strong 5 energy present, we can then also expect abrupt change, major transformation, and perhaps some level of restlessness. So 5 energy is an energy that is so big that it wants to be constantly moving. It needs constant change. Like mundane, boring is not it's kind of like a polarity for 5 energy. And so there can sometimes be, because, in life, there are things that we need patience with. There are things that we need to take our time with. And so for 5 energy, that can create restlessness. And so it is very possible, especially combined with the 1 energy, that's this fire energy, that we can feel restless, especially around projects or situations that maybe haven't been moving as rapidly as we have wanted them to, or maybe around situations where we haven't seen the outcome or the gratification or instant gratification that maybe we've wanted. And so you can kind of feel a little bit of restlessness around that. Pay attention to where you're feeling the restlessness though, because if it's something where it's like, it's a situation in your life that's gotten so mundane and so routine, then that's your soul kind of saying, hey, let's shake it up a little bit. Let's do things a little bit differently. Let's add some more spice to this because, to reignite that passion, right? And again, especially coupled with 1 energy. So pay attention to where the restlessness is coming in. If it's strictly coming in around something where you're just sort of pissed off because it hasn't produced the results yet, then that could just mean that, hey, it just needs to take a little bit more time, right? Like just needs a little bit more time to cook. So, but if it's coming in around something that actually has gotten really stagnant or mundane, then maybe you need to take a look at that and see how you need to spice things up or change things up a little bit. So pay attention to that. So again, if anything has become stale, mundane, or energy depleting, if anything's sort of depleting your energy, then this illumination will bring the windstorm to sort of shift that energy in a big way. So with this, expect the unexpected, always with 5 energy. You may think you know how something was going to play out, and this energy sort of comes in and brings that game changer or the lightning bolt or the awakening that brings unexpected clarity and shifts your experience like 180 degrees. So this energy can absolutely keep us or catch us off guard, but it's working with us to work with that 1 energy to motivate us to make that change, to do something different, to see things differently, to ultimately enhance and up-level our lives in a good way, right? So whatever this highlights for us, whatever this 5 energy highlights for us, we can expect some level of shock or surprise and a change in direction. And again, this also goes for like on the global stage, like collectively as well. This is a universal energy that we're working with, this 5 and this 1. So of course, this is a general reading. So not everyone will sort of feel the energy the same way, but it is present, right? And it is there for us to work with. And again, it's collective. It's a universal energy. So we will see it in some way, shape, or form play out on a global stage. The 5 energy coupled with that of the 1 is sort of begging us to get out of our comfort zone, think big, take action, and to approach and do things we haven't thought of or done before. So some people may experience major shifts in various areas of their lives. This combination of the energies sort of helps us to better see what we are capable of when we no longer hide behind the mask of fear and insecurities. So this energy of the 1 and the 5 is limitless, confident, adaptable, and it knows its worth of contribution. So it's not sitting in a corner somewhere waiting for life to happen to it. It is going to, again, encourage us, entice us, motivate us to create the life that we want to live, right? So this is big, monumental energy that can support us in making massive shifts within our experience and awareness that can propel us more deeply into our own unique purpose and a heightened, more expansive, fulfilling, and aligned experience. So very powerful energies for this new moon. And with it being a new moon, again, new starts, new initiations, taking a big risk, all of these things, right? So incredibly powerful energy that we're working with. And I would say that we'll probably feel this sort of leading up to the new moon, so a few days before the 28th. And I would say that we'll probably feel this into August, until maybe even the full moon. So it's very, very possible because these are such big, ambitious energies that we're working with. Okay, let's take a look at each individual life path number now. Life path number 6. So this illumination could bring for you all inspiration or motivation around health and wellness. So like holistic health. You might get inspired to take up a different routine, to maybe if you're kind of struggling with something around the area of mental health, maybe you will seek out a therapist or, a counselor or something like that. Or I don't know, if you're having feeling disconnected or wanting to sort of enhance your spiritual connection, you may seek out help for that type thing. So it is very possible that you will feel sort of motivated to get into alignment, whatever is out of alignment when it comes to your holistic health. You may also get inspired to go back to school, to take a class, to learn a new language, or to take your intuitive and psychic skills to the next level. This is great energy for 6s to sort of explore further if you're already exploring in it, or to start exploring in the realm of metaphysics. This can be a period for you all under this illumination where suddenly a lot of clarity comes in for you. Maybe you get a lot of downloads. Maybe you have big answers coming into your big questions that you've sort of been contemplating or asking the universe for insight on. You could get some very strong clarity with this illumination. It can kind of come in like a lightning bolt now. So it can kind of come in and just sort of knock you off your feet to where you're like, wow, how did I not see that? Or, but the reason why you didn't see it was because it wasn't time for you to see it yet. There was some things that had to cook first. So that is very, very possible. So pay attention to the clarity that comes in, the insights that come in for you now. This is kind of an energy for you all because there's an undercurrent here for you all of like 7 and 11 energy that you're working with alongside of that 1 and that 5 collectively. So it's very, very possible that the veil is a bit thinner for you all. So again, like just kind of the psychic downloads, the feeling like you're sort of connected to the unseen much more profoundly. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to, the synchronicities, pay attention to like the little things that maybe someone says something and it has a charge for you, good or bad. Pay attention to those things because like I said, this is a period for you all where you can get some really big answers to those big questions. They can just, again, come in like a lightning bolt, and it might not necessarily be what you wanted to hear or see, but it's coming in because you're ready to receive the information and do something with it, right? So work with it to the best of your ability. But yeah, so that's kind of what I see for 6s under this illumination. So this can be a really powerful time for you all. This can be a very like insightful period where you might want to do like some more like self-reflection, but also make sure that you're doing the things that inspire you. Like if it comes in and it doesn't inspire you, let it go. If it feels really good and it inspires you, explore it. Go down that rabbit hole. See where it takes you. All right. I hope this was helpful. Take care, 6s. Bye for now.